CNN has not been number one in a long, long time, but their boss is on top today. Nonprofit group As You Sow, they annually compile a list of the most overpaid CEOs, and coming in at number one is WBD's David Zaslav, the Warner Brothers boss. His comp package, nearly $250 million, despite regaining more than 50% on the shares this year. They're down more than 40% over the last 12 months and still making $250 million. Rounding out the top five, Estee Lauder's CEO Fabrizio Freda, Penn Gaming, Jay Snowden, Intel's Pat Gelsinger, and Booking CEO Glenn Fogel. Notable names among the top 10 include Amazon's Andy Jassy at number 9 and Apple's Tim Cook, who takes the 10 spot. The average pay of the 100 most overpaid CEOs was more than $38 million. That's up 30% in just 1 year, just slightly more than inflation, if you will. How do we average Joes compare to the big bosses? Well, you might want to put your earmuffs on. The AFL-CIO reports the S&P CEOs made 324 times more than their median paid worker, and all the boxes on your front porch, well, they push that ratio to 6,474 to 1 at Amazon. To be clear, I'm not begrudging anybody getting that green. We celebrate that here at Yahoo Finance when you've earned it. In the sports world, QBs and coaches get the credit when their team wins and the blame when they lose, but far too often in big business, at least in the last year, businesses don't work that way. As You Sow's Rosanna Landis said this: if a company has a good year, it's all about the management team and the CEO driving it. If they don't do well, it's all about external factors. She nailed it there. There is a glimmer of hope, though. Shareholder votes against CEO pay continued to increase to nearly 13% in 2022. And as we've talked about, activist shareholders becoming far more prevalent, and they will continue to put pressure on compensation for CEOs. Now, any day now, we could get a ruling from a Delaware Chancery Court on Elon Musk's mind-blowing pay package. It's worth more than $50 billion. All I'm calling for is the same thing I ask of my children, and it's a little accountability. When you screw up, there ought to be some consequences. Yes, the rich are getting richer, and that's cool. But when you're having a terrible year, you don't deserve to make that huge cash, and that continues to rub the American public the wrong way. We went through this after the financial crisis, and then it just kind of went away. Yeah. And now it's back.
Yeah, I think it does. It rubs the American public the wrong way. It rubs the employees, I would imagine, the wrong way. Employees want their leaders, want the executive team to take ownership, to take leadership, to really own what is going on at the company. We certainly, I don't think we have seen that in many of those companies, given what you were just outlining there, the discrepancy in terms of CEO pay versus what the employees are getting paid. But one CEO, though, that did take accountability was the Zoom CEO, Eric Yuan. He's taking a pay cut, Dave, of 98%. His salary this year is going to be just $10,000. He's blaming the issues that the company is certainly have had over the last several quarters. Some of the fact that they have laid off a number of employees, too. He's saying that that is a result of mistakes that he has made. And as a result, he's taking accountability.
Bravo.
And cutting that pay. So maybe we'll see more chief executives following suit. I wouldn't hold our breath, though.
Tim Cook took a pay cut, but that was largely seen as a move because the board was getting to the increase in vote against his compensation package. More accountability.